So I've got I had this. I've been working on this mini book. It's made from a 12 by 12 scrapbooking paper. So this is let me see if I can show you what the this is what the paper looks like without my markings on. But yeah, so I just cut it into 4 and then stitched it together. So I've been adding some fabric and some little things that tape it, that I can add. It's like little tabs basically, and I'm just working my way through. So what I've done on the edge of the journal is I had these it was like a fabric loose canvas basically, and this was what was on the end. So I was just thinking today I might try and do some crocheting through here. So I've got some, this is blue yarn, and it's got specks of like a glitter, blue glitterized. So I'm just gonna see, and I was yeah, I'm just going to see how, if I took that across there several times, how it would look, and whether I would do the rest of them. And I think, you know, this is it's part of our creativity. We like to experiment, and you should give yourself time to experiment. And so I've got all these embroidery hooks out because I was just thinking, you know, I didn't know what I had and what was going to fit through. And I think I tried this. This is a 250. So I want to just see that it can go through. If I put it through the hole and take it back out, is it going to be an issue? Or do I need to have a smaller one? I think this 14 would be a bit too small. The 250, I might have to go down to 2. So I think I'm going to try that. It's a bit kind of, it'd be nice if it was a bit more solid in your hand, but here it goes. So let's see how this would work, because I've not even done it before, so we'll see. So I'm just going to take it through. Hold on. It needs to be positioned so that it's just a bit fiddly. And sometimes these fiddly things are telling you something. And other times you just need to persevere. It's awkward to do. It might be easier once I've done the first bit. I can't really control the... Let's see if I try it at a different angle. No, it needs to be like that, doesn't it? Basically you just have to find your rhythm, and then so this is something that I wouldn't necessarily have thought of doing with my journal, and using crocheting. I would have stitched, there's fabric in there, but crocheting is not necessarily one. So again, you know, sometimes you want to do something creative but you're not sure exactly what you want to do, and you just really need to, you know, go with the flow. I'm just going to come in a bit for you there as we get towards the end. And there is, like, as you say, you know, I'm just getting my flow now, so you have to at least try. Don't give up until you've like given it a try. Like I could have given up and said no, it's not going to work, but that actually doesn't look too bad at the end like that. And it's just for me, it's not that I'm gonna, you know, sell it or anything, so you can experiment and see how things go. So I could do another row, or I could just leave it like that. I like the feel. I prefer it to just this because it's like it's canvas and it's been gessoed, so it's got that texture. I've also got these little tabs that I made, but I can stitch something in them. I'm thinking of doing a bit of jewellery in them. I can maybe do another row and see how that looks. If I don't like it, I can always take it out if it's too big, or so let's give it a whirl, shall we? It's just that initial getting your rhythm going. I'm thinking, yes, 2 rows is better. Even as I am just on the beginning of the second row. It is fiddly. I don't like how it feels to hold, but you get over it once you get halfway. It's nice to be crocheting again. It's not that I crocheted anything in particular. I didn't like make any. I made flowers and things that I would use in work, wall hangings and things like that. But I never made like garments or anything. And I taught myself just recently, or maybe a few years ago, to read patterns, because I just used to crochet squares and flowers. Yeah. Okay, so let's have another look. I like the you can just about see the kind of glitter in there, and yeah, these are, you know, yarns that I've got loads of them. I haven't worked my way through them. Hey, Cole's just come into the studio. Okay, so I am going to tie this off. I'm thinking I'm going to leave it as 2, and I might even put some beads at the end, so I'm not going to cut off too much. I've got some other colours, so I might alternate the colours. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The other thing I can do is crochet 2 rows and then stitch it here. Stitching would be easier. I've got a long needle. It's not necessarily for this particular purpose, but it can work. I can put the wool on here and stitch it on. I like that, the way that looks. And I can still go in and stitch on here, stitch another colour through here, through these holes. And that's the fun of experimenting. So let me show you some of the other colours I've got. I've got a red with glitter, a purple, a grey, white and black. Yeah, so I think I will, I'm going to try it the other way. So what I'm going to do is maybe crochet 2 lines as I said, and then stitch it, because I really don't like that, having to do it like that. So let's just, well, I guess it's the length that I've just got to be mindful of. So we're going with the, let's go with the bright colour, the red, or it's like bright pink, isn't it? I'm going to use a different needle. I'm going to use a, this is a 350. I was using a 250 before. Gosh, it's been so long, it just feels odd. And as I'm doing it this way, I'm thinking, oh, do you really want to do it this way? I don't really want to do it that way. Okay. Okay, we're going to go back to the way I did it before. So it's best to put away what you're not using, otherwise it can become like overwhelming, because you see all this wool, or okay, for me, see all this wool and I think I've got to do it all today, but you don't. You do what you can. Yeah, so we'll just have what we're using out. And give it a go. So actually, so I'm using the larger needle and it's going through okay. I didn't think it was going to go through okay, so and I do like to do things in stages, like I've been working on individual pages. They're not finished, like the one that you can see here, that's not finished. I need to come back, but I think there was I was working on like adding collage paper to the pages. I see it as one, like the whole, do all my sticking, and then I can come back in and do individual pages. And I think what I'll probably do after this is maybe work on a page. Okay. Yeah, so the 2 lines would be better. So let's quite effective. And then you've got the red, so then whatever colour I use here I'm going to use here, and so on and so forth. So actually let's do another run, and what colour are we going to use? We'll use grey, I think. Okay, so I decided to continue, and so each page has got its crocheted edging, and I have decorated the edging with the next thread, the edging of each one. So there's the grey one, and I've used the grey in the previous one. Yeah, black, purple. At the back, the blue I just made it the same as this one here, and bring back some of that kind of bright pink. Okay, so I've got I made one mistake when I was threading this one through. I started at the wrong point. So I've got that up there, which I don't particularly want, but I'm not going to take it out yet because I'm looking at the top of these and thinking, oh, maybe I will add something up here. I'm not sure. Maybe not. But I like this. I like it. It was nice to get back into doing some crochet, even though it was just for something like this. I've never done used crochet for this, and I thought it actually adds to a particular journal. It's a nice little touch for me, and I'll have to decide whether I want to put some beads on here, but I don't have to decide right now. And that was a nice little activity for me to, it's like a nice way to start your day, and then I can, if I've got some more time, I can go in and do one of these pages. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm glad I pushed through and finished this part of it. Yeah, it's given it a bit more chunkiness, and I may add to some of these pages, I may add some more collage, and as I said, beading elements. I want to do something at the front, so we'll see how that turns out. I've got a little bit of beading at the top here that's slightly hidden. But yeah, that's the mini journal for now. I'm going to leave it there, and I hope that you have fun exploring and experimenting with some of your supplies that you may have. As I say, I haven't used these yarns for years basically, so it was nice to actually find a use for them other than, crocheting or knitting. So I'm going to leave it there, and I will see you soon.